So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to remove this broken handle from my X head with the help of a fire. Of course, I'm not going to throw this into the fire because this will totally destroy the heat treatment of the blade, but I'm going to bury this X head up to here into a soil and start a fire around it, and hopefully the dissipation of heat from blade into the soil will be large enough so that the heat treatment of the blade shall not get damaged too much. For example, if you would be on a riverbank and you would be able to bury this into the gravel and you would also have water level here, your blade would be totally safe. But here I'm going to do it in a soil. I'm going to wet the soil and hope for the best. So perhaps I will also be able to save this ring because I would like to use it again when I place a new handle on this X head, because I have a job for this X. As a fuel, I'm going to use branches. So basically a simulation, let's say, of how it would be happening in nature. The only difference is that those branches are really dry. In nature, I guess you would not have such a perfect fuel. Okay, let's get to it. This is actually pretty amazing. I don't know if you can see, but here is the X, and the wood inside the X is already partially burning and reacting. It's quite hot here. It's working faster than I thought. Okay, we should check it out with thermal imaging camera. Okay. So here it comes. Let me see. 150, 140. Okay, we just did a test, and the blade was well below 100 degrees, so we should now just let it cool. It's logical because, see, I can touch the ground, I can touch the soil. This is where the blade was. I will try to push this out. Yeah, you can see the handle is falling apart. So the job done. The job is done. I have a charcoal here. So yeah, that's it. And here is the rounded tilting, which I'm going to use again. So yeah, it worked without a problem. So what is my final judgment to this method? I will say that I'm really impressed with it. It worked fast, under half an hour, and everything was done. I could use, I guess, half of the wood which I actually used, because there's a lot of unburned wood here because I destroyed the fire after I found out that everything is done. I was able to retrieve this centerpiece, and what is most important is if you took a look at the FLIR image which I took of this leaf or blade here, you were able to see the temperatures were well below 100 degrees Celsius, which means that the heat treatment of this leaf is totally intact. There was absolutely no change whatsoever to the heat treatment of this leaf. So the cutting or the working part of the X is unchanged, and the handle is removed. So I would say that it is a very effective and also a safe method for the leaf of your X head if you do it correctly. what I did was I dug a hole in the ground, which was of course big enough to accommodate this leaf, compacted the soil around it, and then I soaked it with water with the idea that the water will actually dissipate the heat from the blade into the soil, and this worked, and the heat treatment of the blade is totally intact. So I'm impressed with it, I like it, and I guess I will use it again.